What's up, guys? I'm doing another video actually to talk about how to navigate through Metatrader 4, how to place an order, just a few different things. So to get started, you're going to usually be on your quote screen by default, and that's just where all your different pairs are displayed, just showing you basically your options in terms of what you can trade. You can easily add to this amount by clicking the little plus sign at the top. So you click that, you're going to have a drop down menu of different things you could potentially choose from. If I go to Forex crosses, for example, it'll just bring up a few other pairs I could select. So let's just say I want to use Australian dollar to the Canadian dollar right at the top. I click it, it disappears from that screen. I go back. Now if I go all the way to the bottom of my quote screen, there it is, AUD CAD. So if I click it, it's going to ask me if I want to make a new order or if I want to open the chart. I'm going to go ahead and open the chart. Once I do, it looks like a jumbled mess, I know. My screen looks a bit different than your screen's going to look, but it's fine. Let's just say after doing an analysis, which I'm going to cover in the next video, showing you how to select good trade setups, you want to then go and make an order. Well, the way to do that is you're going to go and you're going to click on the top right hand corner of the screen where you see the plus sign. You click it, you're going to have market execution right at the very top. Market execution means that if you were to put the trade in, put the order in, the trade is going to go right into the market right away. Right below that, you're going to have lot size. See where the 0.01 is? Lot size basically is telling Metatrader how much you want each pip to be worth in dollar amount. So when I say pip, I mean each little increment and change of price that occurs. So for this example where it's 0.01, it means that each pip is going to be worth 10 cents. So I can easily increase this if I wanted to. So now if I go to 0.10, now each pip is worth $1. On an account where you're using the demo, you're going to have a $3,000 account most likely when you start. So in order to practice proper risk management, we're going to want to be trading in a way that only ever risks 2 to 3% of our account. I should say 1 to 3%. I tend to trade 2% most of the time. So let's just say, for example, $3,000 account, we want to risk 2% of that account on one trade. Well, 1% of the account would be $30, 2% would be $60. So if I'm prepared to risk $60 on this trade, I'm also going to want to set a stop loss. And most of the time I set a 20 pip stop loss. So that means I'm basically going to set a bar where if price goes 20 pips in the opposite direction of my trade, it's going to close the order and I'm going to just take my losses and it'll be worth $60 if it happens. So in order for me to set my stop loss, I need to go to a calculator online, or I can just use the measurement tool on TradingView. So you could easily just go to Google and type in stop loss calculator, tell it how much your account size is, how many pips you want to risk. So let's say it's 20. So if the case is where I have a $3,000 account, I want to risk 2%, and 2% is $60, I'm going to want to have a lot size that accommodates this. So if I have a $3,000 account, what I'm going to want to use is a lot size where basically every pip is worth $3. Because that means if I use a 0.30 lot size where each pip is worth $3 and I have a 20 pip stop loss, well, if you can do math, you pretty well know what that equals up to, which is $60. So if I do 20 pip stop loss at $3 a pip, that brings me to $60. That brings me to my 2% risk on my $3,000 account. So this would be a good lot size to use for my $3,000 account size. And then when it comes to setting a stop loss, I have that bar right underneath here. I'm clicking on it now. You can go to your stop loss calculator, find out how many pips you need to set, which is 20. It'll give you the number to punch in here. Then you just go ahead and put that in. Same with take profit. You can do a take profit calculator if you want, but in all honesty, I usually make my first take profit the same as my stop loss, which is 20 pips. So that means if price rises above 20 pips from where my trade is, in the direction I put my trade in, it'll close the order and I'll just automatically take my profit. And you can set that over here on the right side where the green is. So once you get that all figured out, you can either hit sell or buy. And for the sake of the example, I will put an order in. I'm just going to decrease my lot size. And I'm deciding that I want to put a buy order in. So I click buy. Order is open. So now I have an order going at the very top here, AUD CAD. And as you can see, guys, all these trades are negative at the moment, right? Don't be alarmed if you put a trade in and it's literally in the negative spectrum right away. That's pretty well supposed to happen because we have what's called a spread. Basically, the broker, in this case is JFX, they take a small percentage as soon as you put a trade in. They put a small little percentage of space where they claim their own profit before you can. But once you get the price rises beyond that space, you start profiting. But anyway, guys, that's how you make an order. If you want to go look at your chart, you just click on the little tab underneath where the candlesticks are. Click that. You can see your chart. And then you can go back to quotes. Click on any one you want. And if you want to see your active trades, just go to the bottom where the little arrow is. Oops. And then there you go. All your trades are laid out there. All right, guys.